The UN Security Council is deliberating on a possible oil embargo on North Korea as part of its widening sanctions in response to the latest long-range missile test. This is according to a senior South Korean official who was part of President Moon's delegation at the G20 summit in Germany. Joonhee reports.
At the G20 meeting in Hamburg, a senior Moon administration official said the UN is considering new sanctions to restrict the flow of oil into North Korea. The official said the UN sees the matter as a top priority, but admitted the possibility of such measures being approved by the Security Council was low. The official cited the difficulties of gaining Russia and China's cooperation on the matter to permanent and veto-wielding members of the Council. The U.S. is likely to propose tougher UN sanctions on Pyongyang in the coming days, including bans on North Korea's airline and guest workers, on top of a possible oil embargo. Washington could also impose unilateral sanctions on Chinese companies that engage in business with the regime if Beijing shows reluctance to cooperate. Many diplomats have accused China of taking a piecemeal approach to enforcing existing sanctions on North Korea, which has done little to curb its nuclear and missile ambitions. President Moon is likely to strongly back any new UN sanctions on the North, despite his conciliatory gesture of calling for the reunion of family members separated by the Korean War. President Moon has continued to advocate a resumption of inter-Korean dialogue, saying he's even willing to personally meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. However, he remained firm on his stance to ramp up sanctions and pressure on the regime with Washington's cooperation if Pyongyang does not halt its pursuit of nuclear weapons. Still, any new sanctions on the North are likely to face many hurdles, with the Security Council already having failed to draft a statement on the regime's missile launch due to Russian opposition. Leaders at the G20 summit were also unable to issue a joint condemnation of North Korea after an unsuccessful attempt to reach a consensus. Joonhee, Arirang News.